The Boston Red Sox were established in 1901 and were one of the most successful teams of the early 20th century. The Sox were involved with and dominated the first World Series against the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1903, and continued to control the league until the sale of Babe Ruth in 1919. The sale of Babe Ruth to the Yankees in 1919 sparked the now famous Curse of the Bambino and started the rivalry between the Sox and Yanks. With Ruth and newcomer Lou Gehrig, the Yankees became a powerhouse and found themselves with the deadliest of lineups, nicknamed Murderers Row. This success transferred over with the Yankees winning 6 out of 10 World Series during the 1920s. While the era of Ruth and Gehrig came to a close, a youngster by the name of Joe DiMaggio was on the rise. Soon he was a superstar and would lead the Yankees to a total of 11 World Series in his career. While DiMaggio was lighting up Yankee Stadium, the great Ted Williams was leading the Sox and the league with his bat, but to no avail. While the Sox would only reach the World Series in 1946, the Yanks would win it 5 times in a row, from 1949 until 1953. The 60s would bring no difference, as the Sox, though promising, never won, and the Yanks dominated with the likes of Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris, winning consecutively from 1960 until 1963. Although the Red Sox reached the 1967 World Series in the impossible dream on the back of Carl Yastrzemski, they once again lost out to the St. Louis Cardinals in 7 games. Yastrzemski carried the Sox for the 60s, but like Ted Williams, to no avail, not winning 1 World Series with them. The 70s would bring new life to the Yankees with players like Reggie Jackson, while Yastrzemski continued to be surrounded by strong players like Carlton Fisk and Jim Rice, and the ever-popular Luis Tiant. 1975 would see the Cincinnati Reds against the Red Sox in the World Series. Though they would ultimately lose, there are many memorable moments like Carlton Fisk's dramatic Game 6 winning home run. The Yankees would win in 1977 and 78, but would find a long drought during the 80s. The Red Sox' next chance would be in 1986, but Bill Buckner's error against the Mets in Game 6 would see them lose once again. The late 90s would see another renaissance of the Yankees, with players like Derek Jeter, David Cohn, Gerald Strawberry, and manager Joe Torre lead the Pinstripes to 4 World Series in just 5 years. Indeed, the '98 Yankees are remembered as one of the greatest baseball teams of all time. The Sox would find their own new blood with pitcher Pedro Martinez and shortstop Nomar Garcia-Parra dominated the 90s. Manny Ramirez entered the team in 2000 and led the team for the next 4 years.
Tessie is the royal rooters rally cry. Tessie is the tune they always sung. Tessie echoed it.
Ramirez and the Red Sox would get another helper in the form of David Ortiz, who would help them dominate the American League for the next 3 years. During Game 4 of the 2004 ALCS Championship, the Red Sox made a dramatic comeback, winning the game in the bottom of the 12th with an Ortiz home run. The Sox eventually went on to win 4 straight and secure the ALCS bid and make it to the World Series against the St. Louis Cardinals. The Red Sox eventually won 4 straight games in the World Series and won their first World Series in 86 years. One of the greatest rivalries in sports, the Red Sox and the Yankees have been fierce enemies for over 100 years. The rivalry started with the infamous sale of Babe Ruth from the Sox to the Yanks and still continues to this day.
One day they found the seats had all been sold. McGreevy led the charge into